Live from Dayton, Ohio, your number one fantasy football podcast on the internet. You got Brian, you got Rick. We are the two average fantasy guys.
All right, man. Good introduction, man. We're back. We took a little 2-week hiatus, had a little bit of travel, had some work responsibilities, so Rick and I could not connect to bring you any content.
I just took naps, Brian, while you were here. I took naps.
It took naps. We still try to provide you content, give you the best of our top 10 QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end. Keep that kind of flowing to see. We're getting a little bit of interaction back and forth from our fans out there, people that trust us. You need to start trusting us a little bit more because we're picking some good ones. We can't hit them all, but we're doing pretty damn good.
And please ask any questions you like because we're happy to answer them.
Yeah, just go to our Facebook page or our YouTube page, channel, whatever you want to call it.
And please watch our YouTube videos for at least 30 seconds.
Like, subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
All that stupid stuff. But, Rick, before we get into our matchups, we're going to match up the 3 Thursday night football games for you for Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you and yours. And then we're going to go over our top 10s that we've done. But first, because of all the craziness that's been happening in the league, a lot of unsportsmanlike conduct, there is a question I want to ask Rick. That is, what
do you got for us?
I can edit that out. It don't matter. Oh, that is, what would you rather have happen to you? Would you rather somebody spit on you right in your face, cold cock punch you right in your family jewels, or tackle you by your junk?
I don't know, Brian. Let me think about that one. I don't know. It's pretty obvious. Don't you think so? Number 3.
You don't want to get... I think it would be better to be a grower than a shower at that point.
That's true.
So you don't have anything to hang on.
What about you, Brian?
Listen to everybody else talk, and I really do agree that if someone spits on you, that is the ultimate disrespect you can give another man. 3 sucks, but this was not intentional. Obviously, he was just finding anything to grab. Just grabbed a stick to pull him down on. The first one, though, is just insanity. I don't know why you would be compelled to do that.
You're aiming for the ball. Punching out the ball. Everybody does it now. They are going to legal that next year, I hear, punching at the ball.
He's trying to punch at the ball.
There you have it, folks. It's a split decision. What do you think?
Yeah, leave some comments. Let us know. Rick says 3. I say number 2, which is being spit on. Spat on, spit on. So let's get into the games. Our first game that we have here is 1 o'clock on Fox. We have Kevin Burkhardt and Tom Brady making the call.
No.
It will be the Thanksgiving tradition. The Green Bay Packers at the Detroit Lions. We're in a dome. We're on a field turf. We have an over-under of 48.5. So Rick and I talked earlier today, and we asked ourselves, let's pick 3. Who are you going to sit? Who are you going to start? In the prediction of the game.
Yeah, Brian, I think this game, if I looked at it, if you look at Detroit at home this year, they've scored 40 points multiple times, and I think they're averaging in the high 30s at home. They are 7-4, reeling a little bit. Green Bay is a grind them out type team that holds their opponents to pretty low points. So, one of the better defenses in the league. So my start would be Jameson Williams because last week he had 0 catches on 3 targets.
Zero.
And if you look at his history, after a dud, he usually comes out like a stud. And he averages like 9.5 fantasy points a game. So if he had 0 last week, he's going to have, 19 this week. So I think Jameson Williams, because it's the score is going to be somewhat high. I would sit all of the Green Bay wideouts. Brian, did you know that in 5 games this year, the Packers have had 10 targeted receivers 5 times?
Jeez.
So they spread the ball out.
Yeah, they do spread it out.
And this is another crazy fact. Only 3 times this year has a Green Bay receiver gone over 75 yards receiving for the entire year. You got Jaden Reed coming back, right? I think he's coming back.
Yeah.
Christian Watson's back. So they're going to be – you got a couple questionables with Wicks and
the rookie.
And, the rookie Golden. So I think they're all going to be healthy. It is, Thanksgiving. Everybody's going to want to put a show up. So I believe my total was
28-17.
28-17, the Lions pulling down at home. What do you got, Brian?
Well, I have the Lions winning 28-17 too. I think that's a misprint, but I'll just leave it there for the hell of it.
I like it. It's a good pick, Brian.
When I first saw that you had Jameson Williams, that's a damn good pick. One, like Rick said, he had 0 points last week, 0 catches. I don't know if he was targeted.
He had 3 targets.
3 targets. He didn't. And I'm a big believer of law of averages. Law of averages say you're not going to have 2 bad games like that. And I'm being on Thanksgiving. This game is the over-under is 48.5, so they're not expecting it to be a low-scoring game. And I see a lot of points. But I didn't want to agree with Rick. And I went to the other side where he says do not start any Packers wide receivers. I'm saying if you're going to start one, start Christian Watson. I expect big plays out of him for this game. I see something going on. The one thing I say is do not start a tight end. A lot of people are trying. Both tight ends are out on IR. The big play, Laporta and I can't think of who he is for Green Bay because he's been out for a couple of weeks, but Tucker Kraft. Those guys are gone. Their replacements aren't the same guys, so don't look for anything, don't expect anything from the tight end.
And I agree. I looked at tight ends trying to think if I could pick one as a sneaky play, but they are pretty horrendous in this matchup. Yeah.
And then I don't know if you can also see the fantasy point allowed average that I posted up on here. I'll try to give it to you. Green Bay is a pretty damn good defense. They don't allow a lot of points. They average in the negative, which is good, I guess, for a defense. That means like quarterback 21.9% negative means they're 21% less that they give up versus the league average. So, Detroit comes out explosive, but Green Bay they're no joke. So I look for this game to still be tight, but we should see some good fireworks.
And you heard it here, folks. Start Jameson Williams. Start Christian Watson. Who we sitting, Brian?
I'm sitting any tight end.
And any Green Bay wide receiver. I think that Brian says Watson, so we're going to say Watson's an exception to that rule. So Lions over Green Bay. Green Bay.
Both agree 28-17. Let's go to the second game. Second game, we're at the 4:30 start time. Probably be taking a nap at this point after eating a lot of turkey. We're CBS. We got Jim Nantz and Tony Romo bringing out your A team for announcers. We're still in a dome, so that's 2 games in a row in a dome. And now we have the surprisingly, I wouldn't say surprisingly, Kansas City's found their feet going against the Cowboys, who are just lighting up the scoreboard but can't stop anybody to save their life. So what do you think of this game, Rick?
Well, I looked at Dallas as well at home. I think they've scored 40 points multiple times. They're definitely high-powered at home. I think they're a turf team. They play better on turf. So I think Dak plays marginally better on turf for some reason. I don't know why, but I think they're a turf team. That's just what comes to mind. For my starts, I think, everybody knows about Dallas' secondary. We know what the Giants did to them. So if the Giants can do it, anybody can do it. So I think Xavier Worthy, man, he hasn't had a good game really all year long. And he is their downfield threat. I think Rashee Rice, if he's had like 14 targets last week, I think they're going to concentrate and key on Rashee Rice a little bit. And it's Xavier Worthy. I don't even think he has a touchdown this year, Brian. Can you picture that?
I don't think he does either. But he was hurt the first part of the year.
I take that back. He does have one, Brian. Week 6 against Detroit. What? They haven't played Detroit twice, have they? Oh, they're playing Dallas.
They're playing Dallas. Yeah, Dallas.
Sorry, guys. Got a brain fart there. But no, week 6 against Detroit was his last touchdown. He gets 7 to 8 targets a week, and I think they're going to have a couple downfield strikes. My sit is George Pickens. He is actually a stud. He's a very good player, but they have also another very good player in CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah.
So if you look at Kansas City's defense, they've been stifling the wide receivers this year. Pickens is good, and I like your kind of law of averages type. He's had too many good games in a row. I think he's due for a down game, and I think it's going to be the CeeDee Lamb show, more controlled passes. I think KC plays more of his own defense, and I think Pickens is more of a man buster than CeeDee Lamb is. And my prediction for this game is different from Brian's. It is actually the Chiefs 31 and the Cowboys 17? 27.
27.
Chiefs 31, Cowboys 27 in a high-scoring affair. I think Patrick Mahomes is going to right the ship, hopefully, for my fantasy team, which is 10-2, with Brian knocking on my door here.
That took a hard loss.
So I got Chiefs 37-24.
You got 30. You got 31.
24. Sorry.
Chiefs 31. Again, I'd like to remind everybody we need someone to help us. These little small errors happen because
31-7.
I can't do it all. Yeah. So I like the sitting of George Pickens. He's still probably nursing a I don't know how you would classify that, a groin injury or I don't know. You get pulled down by your junk injury. I don't.
You'd have to ask him. I'm sure.
I mean,
it's either a tree or a berries problem.
And I do like it because CeeDee Lamb the last couple of weeks, since he's come back from injury, he's not the same player. Lack of confidence, maybe because George Pickens rose up. He's dropping a lot of balls that he wouldn't. So I think they're going to get him involved early, get that confidence back up, and he's going to have a game. And I love the Xavier Worthy pick because if you look at Dallas, they're plus 40% against wide receivers versus the average of the other teams. So they give it up. There's no one. I think Rashee Rice is still going to have a good game. I think we have him in the top 10, both of us. Later on, we'll get to that. And Xavier Worthy is going to just, I think that downfield explosiveness is going to happen.
It's bound to happen. He's been way too quiet, and he came on strong last year. And Kansas City is number 6 against opponents' receivers too. So that's why I thought sit Pickens. But yeah, what do you have for a total score?
I got the total score: Chiefs 37, Cowboys 24. Chiefs win. I think they control the game. It'll be a fun game to watch. Explosive. Fantasy wise, though, I would look at what they're going to do in running back at Kansas City because Pacho is back. Pacheco's back. And if you look at last week's game, Kareem Hunt, they gave him the ball 30 times. And I think that they did that because they knew that Pacheco is going to be back. And it's going to be more of a even split probably.
So you got the over. I got the under on this game, but we both have the Chiefs winning.
Yep.
So to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Another one bites the dust.
See you, Cowboys. And on the game 3.
We get to watch Romo watch the Cowboys lose, hopefully. That'll make Thanksgiving better, won't it?
Oh, yeah, always does.
I like Nance, though.
I love Nance. He's one of my favorite. Now we go on to my Who Days, my disappointment, the team that gives me the most pain. My Bengals.
They're going to be a little funner to watch this week, Brian.
Surprise, though, NBC, that you got Mike Tirico in, not Kurt.
Oh.
We got Jason Garrett.
Oh.
That kind of brings down the level a little bit. I hate Jason Garrett. Hate him as a Cowboys coach. Hate him as an announcer. But
I hate him as a Giants coach, too.
Yeah. But Tirico, I like.
Is there a celebrity back that game, or is anything going on?
I really
quarterback for Cincinnati.
There's a guy coming back. Joe's back. Wish I had a little soundbite on that. Like guess who's back? Joey B's back.
We don't have one.
We don't have one.
What could be a good Joe Burrow soundtrack? What does he enter the game into? The 9th inning.
He's
probably something cool. Probably rap, I'm sure.
Yeah, he bought that Batman vehicle, so maybe
Prince's Batman. Batman. Remember that song?
Isn't there like a
the original Batman. Okay,
I get it, man. I get it.
I got you.
So where do we want to go with it? This is an outside game in Baltimore. Weather is going to be cold. It's going to be near freezing. We got it probably won't rain, but we're going to hit the freezing mark. The first 2 games are in a dome. Now we actually got some weather, so that should make things interesting. This is a divisional matchup. There's a lot of love-hate here. You never really know what's going to happen. I think we just go right to the predictions. Rick's got the Bengals winning, and I got them losing.
Oh, I got Joe Burrow, man. How can you root against him? I mean, Brian, have you watched the Ravens lately? Somehow they've quietly won 5 games. Probably the schedule would have to look. But Lamar Jackson is
No, he's not.
I was watching last week, and I thought it was Hundley in there at quarterback. Something's up with Lamar. If you've been watching, he's not quite the same. I think he's still injured. They're saying he's not, but he is not playing at a high level right now. But if you look at tight ends, I want to start Isaiah Likely this week because against tight ends, the Cincinnati Bengals are the worst in the league. They give up 19.35 points average to tight ends in our fantasy league. So they are ranked 32 against tight ends. I just think it's a good,
why not?
sleeper pick. Isaiah Likely, guys, you heard it here. Sit all of Cincinnati's tight ends because Baltimore's number 7 against tight ends at 8.6 points a game. And the tight end play for Cincinnati has been hit or miss, but T. Higgins is out. T.
Higgins is out.
T. Higgins is out. I think Iglesias, is that his name, Iglesias? I think the slot receiver for Cincinnati is going to have
Yoshavash.
The Kentucky white boy version is Iglesias, but Yoshavash is going to step up, I believe. And I looked at the tight ends. Gesicki's been hurt for a while, hasn't he? Was
he came back last week.
Okay,
and he started off hot with Flacco, but now he's got Burrow there, and you got Jamar Chase coming back. T. Higgins will definitely be out. He took a very hard hit, so that allows the Ravens to kind of concentrate more on Jamar Chase. I think Jamar Chase is still going to cook, but I think it opens the door for a sneaky Mike Gesicki. A decent.
He did have 6 targets last week, 35 yards, 4 catches. Don't sit anybody. I like that, Brian.
Yeah, I'm not sitting anybody. Why would you sit anybody during this game? Like you already stated, Isaiah Likely he's probably going to get a touchdown. Mark Andrews always kills the Bengals. The Bengals, like Rick said, are the worst against tight end, 87.5% above the average.
Wow.
Yeah, you don't get worse than that. I mean,
almost. 47% on running backs. You definitely don't start anybody from Baltimore.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
And to go back to Lamar Jackson, I totally agree with you. Lamar Jackson's not been the same. But what medicine do you take when you're struggling? The Cincinnati Bengals. You just go against them, everything comes back to life.
I just remember that week last year, week 1 or week 2 or something. It was like 38-36.
Oh, yeah. It's crazy.
They do put up some points fests, and it's going to be a shootout, I think. So, I think we'll see. Cincinnati versus Baltimore. I got Cincinnati, and he's got the Ravens. We can't break out another one bites the dust this time, guys.
I know. I would love to pick the Bengals, but if you know that Joe Burrow and the Bengals, Joe Burrow is not a system guy. He's a repetition guy. So that's why he always starts slow. He's not comfortable right at the beginning. He has to get into the flow of the game. Well, he's been out since week 2. I just don't see him coming in lighting it up. But as the game progresses, I think he'll get more comfortable. That's why I don't think it's going to be,
it's possible.
That whole Joe Burrow saves the day. Bengals are going to the freaking Super Bowl.
He's done it every other year.
Yeah.
Last year they won 8 straight at the end.
They lit it up when their backs were against the wall. So yeah, he's got that going for him.
He's a veteran. I don't think he needs a lot of practice time to beat winning the NFL. He's going to throw it around. Let's just hope the line.
Plus,
out there.
I'm using reverse psychology here.
Yeah.
I picked the Ravens so the Bengals win.
Of course.
If I pick the Bengals, the Ravens are going to win. That's the way it goes.
That's the way it goes.
Well, that's the 3 games we want to wrap up. We got, by the time you see this will be probably tomorrow. So that'll get you ready for the Thursday night games and get excited for it. Now, let's recap. We got a very tight fun race going on between Rick and myself with the top 10. We're going to start with the quarterback where there's only a 1-point difference.
Missing a couple pages here.
Well, my printer went out.
Oh, that's what it is.
so we don't have. You got to look at the TV
Gotcha.
if you want for the quarterback and the running back, but I got wide receiver and tight end
Cool.
printed out. So this is our quarterbacks. Rick has a 1-point lead, 21-20. Obviously, remember, you get 3 points for picking the number one. You get 2 points for picking the right slot. You get 1 point for having that guy in there. I don't have the results of last week. I posted them yesterday. I just don't remember them. But looking at this list, we agree on pretty much everything except for 2 players here. I'm picking Kirk Cousins. Falcons going against the Jets. I feel like Kirk Cousins took a step forward last week. That's why I kind of picked him. I think he's going to have a pretty decent game. And I also picked Jordan Love, Buddy Love, and I don't know why I picked it.
Well, he could throw to 10 different receivers tomorrow. I mean, that's probably what's going to happen. So
I think what I was looking at was Detroit gives up a lot against the quarterback, and then just how I was kind of grading the top 10. He just stayed there. Then I was like, you know what? Screw it.
Well, I think
I'm putting him
flow.
number one.
Game
Game
flow
flow,
is
yeah.
probably a big thing. You think about the game tomorrow with the Lions. Basically, when you think of the Lions, you think of a high-scoring game flow typically. So I can see why you did that, Brian. I've got Mahomes number one because Dallas, Dallas's defense is pretty bad. Josh Allen's got at Pittsburgh, which, Pittsburgh's not that great against the pass this year.
No.
Drake May, which is silently fantasy football's number 3 quarterback.
And we both got him at 3.
We both got him at 3 going against the Giants. I mean, I think we're even sitting Baker or our top cornerback tomorrow, or Sunday. So he's going to tear the Giants apart. Number 4, I got Jalen Hurts, who's going against the Bears.
That's a good one.
Jacoby Brissett gets his top weapon back, and we know he throws it around. He's been a fan of Brian. You've been starting him in fantasy, Brian?
Brissett?
Yeah.
I didn't pick him up.
At Tampa Bay, no?
No.
My boy Joe Burrow, even though I'm a Giants fan, I wish he was a Giant.
Yeah.
Matt Stafford, fantasy's number 2 quarterback. He's going at Carolina, so hopefully game flow keeps him in the game. You got Lamar Jackson, of course, against Cincinnati. Caleb Williams going against Philadelphia. And Bo Nix. Who does Bo Nix got? He's got Washington, and Washington's been very bad.
They've been bad
on defense.
Oh, yeah, I got Bo Nix, too. I wish I would have picked Caleb Williams. I got him as my fantasy quarterback, but I benched him last week, and I got burnt by it.
This goes out to Joey because you called me out.
Yeah.
So Joey thinks Caleb's number 5 in the league, Brian, quarterback, top 5.
He is good, man, but just, God, when the matchups are there. How do you feel about not having the Giants quarterback up there, especially after Jameis Winston was our number 1 quarterback last week?
Did you see that movie made when he caught the touchdown?
Dude, that was badass.
I mean,
it was awesome.
What did he do? He ran for a touchdown the week before and caught a touchdown the week after, so he can do it all. We all love Jameson Williams. With our group text, he's just
bring him
funny.
back.
Give him. They
Someone
mic
needs
him
to
up every game.
He's got to be starting somewhere, man.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
The Giants hope to re-sign him. Well, actually, we got him on a 2-year deal, so he's with us next year. So
release him, man, so he
I
can
love
go
it.
someplace else.
He's a Giant for the next couple of years. There you got it.
What
was the total? Where were we at on total points?
It was 21-20.
Okay.
Rick is winning by 1 point.
Okay. Now we're at running backs here.
We are at running backs where Rick has catapulted way past me. I think I started off pretty hot. Rick is killing me now, 21-15. He's hitting a lot of the bonuses. Overall, this is kind of a hard one to gauge. I think I've been reaching a little bit, but I like my top 10. I like them all, and I'll stand by every single one of those guys.
Who do you got there? You got James Cook.
I got James Cook at 1. You got him at 7. I got Derrick Henry going against the Bengals. You got him at 1. I probably should have had Derrick Henry number 1. So I'll give you that. Bijan Robinson. Quick edit note. Rick actually had Bijan Robinson number 2. For some reason, I put Quinshon Judkins, but then when he saw it, he said, I like it. So he's going to
snow
keep
in Cleveland tomorrow,
Yeah.
hopefully. San Francisco coming to town, them hot, warm weather, people. We're not going to do too well in Cleveland and that defense of Cleveland.
I got Breece Hall, which you also have at number 8. I inserted R.J. Harvey, which you do not have. That's old dude was J.K. Dobbins hurt gone. That's really the rookie that they drafted. I like the matchup, so I expect something good from him. So I threw him up there. Travis Etienne he's just been doing good lately. Jacksonville's finding their footing, and we both have him listed in our top 10. I see no reason why he shouldn't be in the top 10 again. Bucky Irvin's coming back from Tampa Bay. I put him in there. Actually, I thought I deleted that, but again, this is why I need help, man.
Might
But
work.
just like you got Quinshon Judkins up there that you didn't originally have,
Who did you have there originally?
Bucky Irvin, but I thought I deleted him to put someone else in there, and it could have been Judkins.
That's probably what happened.
I was worried about Judkins because he was hurt the fourth quarter a lot, but a week, I think he should be good. Then I rounded out with Chase Brown, which you have at 10. Trayvon Henderson, you don't have him, and our buddy from the Dolphins, Devon Achane, in which you have him. So we have a lot of agreements. You have a couple different ones that I don't have.
No Jonathan Taylor again, Brian? I think the last time we did this, you had Jonathan Taylor off your list.
Well, yeah.
So what's going on there?
Well, Jonathan Taylor is who the Colts
Did
playing.
he hurt your feelings somehow?
Well, last week he was going against the Chiefs. Chiefs
they
don't
shut
give
him
up
down.
anything to the running backs.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going against the number 1 defense in the league, Houston.
That's true.
And
You are a fan of that Houston defense. I know.
they are. They're something, man. They're fun to watch. And Colts started off hot, and I think people kind of figured them out a little bit. And I don't see him finishing in the top 10. I mean, obviously, still start them, but.
I like Chase Brown. You got Chase Brown in
I got
there,
Chase
so we're
Brown.
good. All right, and Breece Hall, you got Breece.
I got
He's got Breece going against the Falcons, and ETN against Tennessee. I think that game flow. You got him higher than me, but they usually vulture his touchdowns with Bashal Tootin. So that's why he gets disrespected. But I think he's having a heck of a year, and he's thriving under their coach. What's the chant for their coach?
Duval.
Is that what they say? Duval.
I don't know, man. I don't understand that. I don't.
But there we go. And Brian, I think 21, like that's the highest point total of any category, right?
You
Like basically 20, 20, 21. So I think you're slacking more than I'm doing good. and the running back. So Brian's got to pick it up. And this week it's probably going to be Bucky. I got him on my fantasy team. I like that, Brian. I like that support there. And RJ Harvey, I'm still not sold on. I picked up Jaleel McLaughlin in our league, but he scored the touchdown. So they're saying that McLaughlin might be like the red zone goal line guy at 180 pounds. But yeah, there's your chance to catch up. We got 3 different, right? So and if you kid a couple bonuses, stay tuned because it's a back and forth battle.
I mean, the one thing that you got to think of is that, like, when we already talked about law of averages, you can't just have the same top 10 every week because it's not possible. Even Jonathan Taylor has only been in the top 10, like 4 times.
Really?
4 or 5 times. Yeah, I'd have to look it up. I'd have to look it up. I could be lying, but maybe that was a bad example. But it's hard to be in the top 10.
Yeah.
I mean,
in the
11's still doing a good game,
Yeah.
So
that's a feat.
So this should dynamically change. You can't just keep picking the same people, and you got to. I mean, last week Jameson Winston was the number 1 quarterback. The week before, Sean Tucker of the Buccaneers was the number 1 running back.
Yeah,
And who was the number 1 running back last week? It was somebody that was neither one of us picked.
Yeah.
Well, no, that was Jamar Gibbs.
It was tough. It's tough to pick this. So you go home if you think you're better. Take notes. Put it in our comments. Put your list in the comments, and we'll compare it to ours, and we can see if you're the expert. If you should have your own podcast. What's next, Brian?
Wide receivers. I'll let you go through this.
No Smith and Jigba. That's ruining his credibility right there, folks. I mean, he's definitely by far the number 1 fantasy receiver.
You know what he is.
Law
of averages.
In our league, he's the only 200-point receiver. He's got a 30-point lead on second place, and second to third is only 6-point lead. He is, I said it last time, I'll say it this time, he's a man amongst boys, and he's going against Minnesota, who is a cherry matchup indoors. It's going to be indoor or on turf at least somewhere. It's at home. So number 2, I have Jamar Chase. He's back. He's got his guy with him. Batman and Robin, is that what they call him?
Batman and Robin.
They're back, and I think that he's going to go off. He's actually, I don't know if he's had a good game in a couple games, has he? He's
His last game was a little rough.
30 and then 111 and then 90. So his last game was rough. So law of averages, he's going to have to go off this.
And I'm going against him.
Rashee Rice at Dallas, that he gets the targets. He's got the quarterback, and that secondary is horrible. Number 4, I have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Thanksgiving Day shootout. He's going to put a show on. Number 5, Puka Nacua, just because he's a great possession receiver. And he's got Matt Stafford, who is a veteran and has one of the best, liveliest arms in the NFL. Throw it to him, so he's got that consistency from the quarterback, which is always important when choosing your starters. Number 6, I got Nico. He's been a beast, but Brian, CJ Stroud's back, man. I don't know. CJ is.
I know.
He's a free agent in our fantasy league, and do you not feel more comfortable with Davis Mills in there and stats for your guys?
Yeah, he got that team together.
So hopefully CJ. I mean, I'm a Stroud fan. I'm sure you're a Stroud fan as well.
Hopefully
he can
Buckeye.
Watch what Davis did and quit being so conservative and throw the ball down the field.
Yeah.
I got Zay Flowers at 7 against the Bengals. He's been fairly quiet lately. I think he's due for a breakout game. Lad McConkey at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is pretty good against receivers, but I think game flow and they're going to crush them. Las Vegas. And I got number 9, DK Metcalf, just because Buffalo is pretty bad against opponents, wide receivers. Rodgers is back. I think they're going to have to score some points. So if he's healthy, I know he limped off the field. I think he's going to have a big game. And then against my Giants, of course, the one sleeper is Stephon Diggs. I think him and Drake May, you got the quarterback there throwing it to him. You got the coach. You got the defense to play against. So I think Stephon Diggs makes his way into the top 10. What do we got different there, Brian?
Well, I don't have DK because I refuse to put him in my top 10 anymore after he let me down. I think I chose him 3 weeks in a row, and then
I got him on both of my fantasy teams.
If you notice in quarterback, I had Kirk Cousins in my top 10. So we don't have no Drake London still, right? So I'm throwing in Darnell Mooney to have a good game and find his way into the top 10. So
he's like a all or nothing guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's either catching a 30-yarder or he's dropping it. So hopefully, for your sake, he has 3 30-yarder touchdowns. He had one last week.
Yeah, I feel more comfortable since Drake London's not doing anything. The other big difference, actually, we got a lot of differences. Yeah, I'm putting Christian Watson in. Obviously, I put him in as a start for the Green Bay game tomorrow. I just look for him. And Troy Franklin for the Broncos, I put him in the same kind of category as Christian Watson. I think he kind of almost let us down a couple weeks ago. We were picking him to be a sleeper for a Thursday night game, I think.
And he did. He dropped a couple passes. He could have
had a good game. So the intent was there. Yeah. But he just didn't.
He was at Washington, so they're playing a cake defense.
And I got a Buffalo Shakir. I'm going against him. Dan's got him. Everybody that Dan has on his team is in the top 10 that I picked. Maybe they're a
couple of my guys are up there too. Yeah. I noticed, Brian.
It might be a little reverse psychology because one of these segments we'll do and we'll break down our league, which is getting pretty tight right now. Everybody else I agree with except for I have with you except for I do have Emeka Ujigba that you don't have, and I have him as the number 1.
That would be quite the
prognostication
if that comes true there, Brian.
I didn't really see that Baker Mayfield was completely out.
He's not completely out, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure he is. He's close. He's close.
He's close.
We also have AJ Brown in there. I like that. Got him on my team.
Yeah, I got AJ.
So this is 15-12. I'm up 3 on this as well. Let's see a pattern. But this is a good chance for you to catch up here.
I need to catch up.
We only got like 3 the same on here, I think. And if you've been following, which I know you have, wide receivers is tough, as you could tell by the points.
It's the hardest.
There's so many of them. There's no telling what's going to happen. But this week, one of us is going to score 5 points.
I will say last week, you only had Jackson Smith and Njigba. You got the bonus points for that. And then I think you only had one other one.
Really? Wow.
One other one. where I had 5 that I
Geez, what was the score prior to last week, Brian?
11 to
Oh,
8.
but I got 4 points.
Yeah.
Okay.
Something weird like that. I don't know. But wide receivers is definitely the hardest. Then let's move on to the easiest. Tight ends. Well, you can tell by the score.
Yeah.
We are tied at 25-25. And again, I don't know if you heard me from when I posted last week. Tight ends, you pretty much, the top 5 are the top 5. And then you kind of look for matchups. But I actually kicked a guy out. I kicked George Kittle out this week. Mostly because they're going against the Browns. The Browns defense is top notch, right? You have George Kittle at number 2, but I see that either way. Either George Kittle's going to cook, or the Browns are going to, with the weather. So the way I was looking at it is like, there's a couple other people I wanted to throw up there. Like I wanted Gesicki up there because I think he's going to have a top 10 game. Now, when you talk top 10 tight ends, we're only talking like 8 fantasy points for being 10. 8, 9 points. You're gonna be number 10. All the big numbers are at the top. So Mark Andrews, we both have him. I have him 1. You have him 3. So let's go Mark Andrews. I'm going to go back to when I predicted he had 2 touchdowns, and he did on that Thursday night game. I don't want to predict shit for him right now because he's going against the Bengals, but he is going to be the number 1. Brock Bowers, just because that's all they got, and you still have him at 5. Trey McBride, again, these are mainstays of the tight end. Rick's got him at number 1. Travis Kelce, we're even at 4. We both picked him. And my buddy Juwan Johnson from the Saints, I have him up there, breaking the top 10. He's been a regular in the top 10 with another guy down here, Theo Johnson. I liked it better with Winston being the quarterback, but he did have some good hookups with your Jackson Dart guy. So, and I'm big on the Cleveland guy. We have them both number 7 too.
We both have Gefanen at 7. We both have Goddard at 8. We both have Kelce at 4. So we have 3 in the same position.
Yeah. So what's our difference here? You got Hunter Henry and I don't.
That's the one difference. And you got Gesicki, I got Cade, and you got Theo, I got Brenton Strange, who's first came back after being on the IR, just 93 yards. Cade Otton, I think if Bridgewater plays, Cade Otton's going to be a bigger part of the game.
Yeah,
I think no doubt. Wasn't Bridgewater coaching high school football?
I thought he was too. Yeah.
Yeah. So he was coaching high school football to playing in the NFL in the same year. That's crazy, isn't it?
I was surprised to see him out there when he
Fannin, you got Shedeur starting the second game. And again, Fannin led in targets last week. And I was watching the game. I don't know if you were, but on the sidelines, they were talking like to each other.
Yeah.
Every time they showed Shedeur, he was like over there talking to Fannin. They were talking about stuff. So they're both rookies. Maybe they practice together and have a connection there. But I've been a fan of Fannin's all year.
Since the first game.
He's got like a high floor, but like a low ceiling type guy. I'm waiting. He's got the talent. I'm just waiting for the quarterback that can get him the ball. And I've kept him all year, and I have not dropped him. I have Kelce's my starting tight end, and I've had Fannin on the team. And I almost dropped him this week for Brendan Strange, but I've held him all year, Brian, and I said, not now. I'm not going to do that.
Not today.
But Hunter Henry against, who does the New England play this week? They play the Giants, of course. So, of course, he's going to have a big game. And he killed it last week.
He killed it last week.
Did he have 100 yards?
Yeah.
I mean,
he had 120 yards in the.
And I just think the best tight end in football, Trey McBride.
Yeah.
I mean, by far the best tight end in football. So, again, was 3 different ones. So, it might be another close points total by the end of this week after the tight end battle. But you think about it, tight ends should be the easiest. There's really only 1 per team that you pick.
Oh, yeah.
As opposed to running backs, there's 2, and receivers, there's 3 a lot of times. So, quarterbacks, we were only at 21. So,
yep.
But, it's
just a matter if we hit into our bonuses to accelerate from each other,
So I got a total point of 8 points on you for the total for the years that we counted, or was it
10?
11?
You got 10. You're up 10 total.
10 points, guys. So when you see us on the streets, remember that.
Congratulate them.
But it's not over with. But
Yeah.
It could happen.
Yeah, everything's up and downs, man.
So we're gonna ask you what you think, what your lists are, what your top player is this week, and see how good you guys are. So we're gonna share this on Facebook and go on YouTube and just if you have time, if you have a desk job, if you're on your phone taking a poop or something and you want to support us and get some fantasy advice. I know we're not going over a lot of the sleepers and a lot of the deep dives yet. It's still in its infancy stage. And we're looking for produce out there, Brian.
Yeah, we're looking.
What'd we say?
Hey,
Peanuts and pizza or something?
We got some new equipment. We're gonna highlight next week if we get together. I mean, it's time, and we're slowly going to be progressing and upping our production here.
We might be filmed in front of a live studio audience next week too. So
we might go live.
Stay tuned.
We're gonna take live phone calls once we figure out how we can do that. Yeah, man, it's looking up, man. I mean, if you had your money, you bet on us.
And these points prove it right here, guys.
Yeah.
We put our money where our mouth is. So tune in, and we appreciate all your support. Anybody that does support us and spend the time and watch and want to learn, So
And
we're not ex-players,
no,
but we're just two average fantasy guys.
I'm a pro couch football watcher.
That's right. Game mix. You got to have the game mix on at all times every Sunday.
Good snacks and sitting on the couch all day on Sunday watching football. That's how you become an expert. Not playing football. That's just odd, man.
You don't get the perspective of other people. You're only concentrating on yourself.
Well, till next week. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you. Have a good one.